guys, this is kind of frustrating because this is the third time I have tried to make this video. Okay, I made it twice, and first time I accidentally deleted it, and then stupid me, I did the same thing again. So I am going to try really hard not to delete this video, and the lighting is really creepy and making me look like I don't have eyes. Come on, lamp. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so this video is called Throwback Tag, and it is all questions about your childhood, and I think it's really cool and very interesting, and like a normal person, I love talking about myself and my childhood. So the first question, what year were you born? I was born in 1989, and I am 23 years old. Number 2. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. I have a ton of pictures from when I was younger. I love taking pictures, and my mom liked taking pictures too. I mean, obviously back then, like, it wasn't as easy to take so many pictures, but we have quite a few. I'll just show you some that I found. That box on my bed is like memory stuff from when I was a kid, so I just went through it to help with this video. So here's a picture. This one is when I was a little baby, and that's my mom and my dad, and I was the first child, so I'm the only one. And yeah, so that's from 1989, I believe, because obviously I'm still pretty little, and I was born in May, so I don't know, maybe it's from 1990. I'm guessing 1989. This picture is me. I am this one, and then my cousin Kyle in the middle, and my little sister Emma on this side over here. And yeah, gosh, the camera's like the backwards. Yeah, this is Emma. And I guess I was probably like 7 in that picture. Doesn't have a date on it. Okay, this one is from, looks like the same day because me and Emma are wearing the same clothes. This is my grandma on my dad's side. And my cousin Kyle is from my mom's side, so that's a little bizarre that we saw both of them in the same day. But anyway, yeah, that's at my grandma's house in the swing set that used to be in her backyard. Here's a picture of me with a snowman. I don't really know what context that was in, but that's my grandma's old couch that they called the Davenport, and we had it for a while, and now it's gone, and it's really sad. I don't know what happened to it. Here's a picture. This one is just me. So cute. And then I guess this is the last one that I got. I didn't want to bombard you with 50 million pictures. Here's me with Santa Claus, and I'm not very happy to be sitting with Santa Claus. I don't look that happy, but I think a lot of kids are scared of Santa. Okay, the next question is, what TV shows did you watch growing up? I didn't have cable, so I watched a lot of public television and like the basic networks. So I loved Arthur, Wishbone, and then when I got a little older, I really liked Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I always loved Doug and Pepper Ann. I don't know if you guys know Pepper Ann, but that was a great show. Full House. I loved Full House. And I loved Rugrats, even though I didn't get to watch it very often, but my mom would let us rent videotapes of it since we didn't have Nickelodeon channel. Okay, number 4. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? I wanted to drive a bulldozer, so no, I don't still want to do that, but I don't know why. I was really fascinated with bulldozers, and I just thought they were cool, and I had a little toy one for the sandbox that had a lever where you could actually dig with it, and you could ride on it, and it didn't move on its own, but you could like scoot yourself around and then dig a hole, and it was really cool. Okay, show a video of yourself when you were younger. This was hard because obviously when I was a kid we didn't have like digital recording, so I don't have anything like that on the computer. So the quality of this is going to be really horrible, kind of, because I had to like use my little camera here, this guy, and make a little video of a home video, which is already bad quality because it's a home video from like the early 90s. And then upload it. So I hope you guys can tell what's happening. I'll come back and edit that in when I'm done. Okay, so I found a stack of home videos, and a few of them are just blank. Like, I don't really know what's on these. They're all unlabeled. So I'm going to check them out. This one I found, it says Keith's graduation speech, that's my dad, graduation ceremony. Ginny's second birthday, Ginny rocking, and then the last one says Ginny's potty, so I'm not sure if that is YouTube appropriate. We shall find out. I don't know if the tape will even work, but I'm about to go check it out.
Wave to the camera. Say hi, Grandma Nelson.
Hi, Grandma Nelson.
Are you an elephant? What are you?
I'm an elephant.
You're not an elephant.
I'm an elephant.
No, you're not.
Ah.
Are you a little girl? What's your name?
There's a rocking chair.
There you are in a rocking chair.
So there's some videos of me. I think I was about 2 in that video. And Ginny's potty was definitely not appropriate for YouTube. It's pretty much me naked using the potty. I don't know why my parents filmed that, but anyway. Okay, number 6 is, what were your favorite toys to play with? When I was a kid, Beanie Babies were the huge thing. Here's one. I was trying to find my first Beanie Baby because I know I have him, and I can't find him, and now I'm really worried about what happened to him. But he was Zip the black cat, and I thought he was just in my room. I'll have to look for him. I don't know where he went. But this is a newer one. He's just cute. I think I bought him like 5 years ago or something. But most of my other Beanie Babies I've gotten rid of or put in the basement or something. And also Pokemon cards, and my favorite toy was the Game Boy Color and Pokemon games. Pokemon Blue was the first one I had, and when I was a kid, I wanted a Game Boy Color so bad. But my mom told me that video games were not good for you and that I would never get them. We didn't have video games before the Game Boy. Like, we didn't have a Nintendo or N64 or PlayStation or anything. And so I was convinced I would never get my Game Boy. And then for my 10th birthday, when I opened it, it was like the best moment of my life. Like, I was so ecstatic because I thought I would not get it. My mom convinced me so much that she was never going to let me have that. So if you want to make your kids really happy, first of all, tell them they can never have the thing they really want. And then when you do give it to them, they will be like beyond thrilled. Okay. Number 7, what's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? I didn't really do a lot of embarrassing things. I was kind of shy, so I was like hesitant to do anything that might like make me embarrassed. One thing, I guess, when I was in 5th grade, we always had the last Friday of the month was popcorn day, and they'd give us a little bag of popcorn, and I didn't like popcorn. I still don't really like popcorn unless it's like caramel corn or something. And so I was going to give it to my friend Jenny, and she was sitting across the room, and I was like, oh, here, Jenny, come get your popcorn. And she was like, oh, throw it to me. And I was like, okay. So I like scrunched it all down and rolled it up, and then I like tossed it to her, and it opened up and rained popcorn over the whole class, and my teacher yelled at me, and then I was really embarrassed because I didn't usually get in trouble. I was really quiet and like good kid. Okay, let's see. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I don't have anything that I wrote when I was in kindergarten, but I have this. My 1st grade journal, so I figured 1st grade is close enough to kindergarten. So yeah, there's a little bear. Bye, Virginia, with my backwards G. It says, August 31, 1995. I like apples. I like mashed potatoes and pizza. And there's my wonderful spellings there. And then the teacher's comment. She likes all those things too. I like cats. I like dogs. I like bunnies. There's my cat, dog, and bunny. I don't know if you guys can see what I wrote, but I like to go to the store. I like to walk the dog. This is funny because I didn't have a dog until I was in 3rd grade. So I don't know why I wrote that I like to walk the dog. On vacation, I like going to Virginia. And that's because I used to live there. I don't really know that I had gone on vacation to Virginia before by then, but My favorite dessert is chocolate chip cookies, and she commented, my daughter Kaylee likes chocolate chip cookies too. And Kaylee was one of my first grade teachers. She had triplets, so it was one of her triplets. That's the end of that. Then I have this other little story which I thought was kind of appropriate because it's Halloween themed. It's called The Ghost by Virginia. I don't know if that's supposed to be a ghost on the front. I'm not sure what that is. I see the door. There's a cat and a door. I see the fish. It's a bowl of fish. It's a lot of fish in one bowl. I see the cat. There he is, cat. I see mom and dad. Boo! Then, yeah, I guess that's supposed to be me dressed as a ghost and I scared them. I don't know. Yeah. I have another one called A School. I won't read it to you, but basically each page it just says like a desk, a pencil, a paper, and that's what it shows. Okay, 3 songs you listened to as a child. Okay, when I was a kid, somewhere we have a video of my dad feeding me when I was like a little baby, like with a spoon, you know, in a high chair. And he's listening to Prince. And my dad loves Prince, and I love Prince now, and loved Prince as a kid. And one of my favorite songs was Purple Rain, which is like an 8-minute long song. And my dad would play that all the time when we were kids. And he also would play Little Red Corvette, which is an extremely inappropriate song for children. But I didn't know that when I was a kid, so I guess it didn't really matter. But I love that song. And also this song. Do 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 do. And another song that my brother was dancing to. This is an extremely appropriate song for children. About the birds and the bees. The next question, number 10. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? I didn't dress up as anything funny, really. One year, me and my brother and sister were all Beanie Babies. And I don't remember which one I was. I was a dog, I think. But I do remember that Ben was Rover, the red dog, and Emma was Halo, the bear, angel bear with the wings. And she had her little bitty baby doll, which is like the babies made by the American Girl Doll Company. And her name was Violet, and she dressed her in the same costume, and I think my grandma or my mom made the costumes. Yeah, and we had like the big tie tag on them and everything. Also, something really cute, when I was like 2, I think, my mom dressed me as Little Bo Peep, and my sister was just a baby, and she dressed her as a little lamb, which is really cute. Okay, tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. This doesn't have to do with me really, but when I was like 7 or 8, my mom and dad invited my grandma and grandpa and my aunt and uncle over to play cards, and all the adults were playing cards at the table, and my brother and sister and me and my cousins were all just playing, you know, running around the house and watching TV or whatever. And Ben, who was like 2 or 3 at the time, he brought a glass of water to my grandma, and she's like, oh, thank you, Ben, and she drank it, and then he brought her another one, and she drank it, and after a while, someone was like, hey, Ben can't reach the sink. Where's he getting this water from? And so they asked him where he got the water, and he went and showed them and took them into the bathroom, and he was scooping water, the cup, out of the toilet, like, here you go, Grandma. And she had drank like 3 glasses of toilet water. So, yeah, it was really gross and hilarious. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? I have, like I said, that box right there. That big box is full of stuff, not all from when I was a kid, but from middle school and high school too. So I got some stuff out of there. First, I have a couple of toys. I think I've showed you guys this toy in a different video. This is my slug that my grandma gave me, and he also came with a book, but I don't have the book anymore. But I used to really like slugs when I was a kid. So, and then this little teddy bear my mom bought me one time after I went to the doctor's because I have a huge phobia of needles. And she had to coerce me into getting a vaccine for something, and she promised she would buy me a toy if I did it. So she got me this little bear, and I've had him for a very long time. He's cute. I brought him to France with me when I moved because I liked having some like comfort, remind me of home little thing. And he was small and easy to put in my suitcase. The other things that I found Okay, this is really cool. I had never seen this until today. This is my birth announcement. And it does not look like your standard birth announcement. My dad made this. You can look closely. These are, okay, this is Hazel and Chester, the two cats my parents had when I was born. And you can see Hazel says, or Chester says, look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a flying can of tuna. And Hazel says, no, it's gulp. A stork! There's the stork. And they're shocked, they're terrified that there's a stork coming. And then you open it further and it says, here's the stork. Hold on. Gotta be able to read it here. Here's the stork. Okay, and then you have the cat saying, I don't mind sharing Keith and Sue. Those are my parents. But it better not try to use the kitty litter. And then over here you have the little information slip. It says, Stork Parcel Service Shipping Notice. Bill to Keith and Sue Brophy. Delivered by May 22, 1989, 4:15 a.m. Contents. Quantity 1. Description. Virginia Lorraine Brophy. Ginny. I don't know. Can you guys read it? No assembly required. Shipping weight. 6 pounds 2 ounces. Dimensions. 19 inches long. Party responsible for unloading freight. Sue Brophy. And then on the back it has a picture and it says package contents. And there's little me. So that was my birth announcement. And I thought it was really funny. And there's even like the extra ones were in there. Like they're printed on green and purple. And then my parents sent them out. So I thought that was really cute and funny. And I never noticed that in my box until today. And my mom didn't even remember it. I just went and showed it to her. Then the other thing that I found in there is my baby's first year calendar. And I don't know if my brother really has one of these because I think parents like get all excited to do it for the first baby and then they're like over it by the time they have number 3. So yeah. Here's my little first week of life. Here we have, this is when I was born, May 22nd. Then 23rd, special visitor Grandma Nelson came for 1 week. Then first day home on the 24th. First outing, went shopping for baby clothes on the 25th. 26th, recognizes father. 27th, first bath. And it just goes on with things like that. It's, yeah. On June 14th, I first smiled, I guess. First swim, July 11th. This is my favorite one. Let's see, what month is this? October. October 18th, I first... Can you guys read that? Because it's not as funny if I just say it. Oh, you can't read it. Anyway, it says creeps. That's the first time I creeped on October 18th. And then the first time I crawled was October 30th. Oh, this is cute. Okay, so December 1989. December 26th was my first word. Can you guys read it? It says daddy. That was my first word on December 26th, right after Christmas. It's a good Christmas present for my parents. Next question. What was something weird you used to do as a child? Weird. When I was like 8 in 3rd grade, for some reason I loved to like chew on my shirt. Like I would pull it up like that and chew on the collar of it, and it made my chin really raw right here, and like then I would be like licking it all the time, and I had this big red raw rash all over my chin. It was disgusting. Like my school pictures from that year were horrible because my mom tried to cover it with makeup, but it was just like not happening. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? Okay, I have a really terrifying story about this. When I was maybe 7 and my sister was like 5, we went to some swimming lessons, and it was at the house of a lady who went to our church, and they had a big pool in the backyard. And so the kids were learning to swim in the backyard with the swim teacher, and all the moms were like in the house hanging out and stuff. And the way they taught you to swim was like pretty much the theory, like push kids into the pool and they'll figure it out because they don't have a choice or they're gonna die. Like they would sit us all on the edge of the pool, and then they would sing Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. When they said fall, they would push you in. Like you can't touch, in the deep end, don't know how to swim, like think you're gonna freaking drown and die. It was terrifying. And yeah. That is a horrible way to teach your children. Like, do not do that. Because of that, okay, first of all, me and my sister, after that, we like ran and locked ourselves in my mom's car, and then they had to go like get her and we left and we never came back there. And later I learned to swim from one of my dad's friends. She taught me like at a beach. But I was always like terrified to go underwater without plugging my nose. I couldn't even like do it because I was too afraid to try and learn how to do it. And I didn't learn how to swim underwater without plugging my nose until like a month ago. Like, I'm not kidding you. I just learned this because like I go to the pool all the time with my little brother. He's 8, and he would be like, "Hey Ginny, go underwater and do a handstand. Go underwater and wave at me. Go underwater and do blah blah blah." And I'd be like, "I can't do that because I can't go underwater without plugging my nose." Like, I can't do that. So finally I just like taught myself how to do it in the pool at the YMCA, and Keaton helped me, and now I can do it. And now I feel like a kid whenever I go to the pool because I'm like, look at me, I can do a cartwheel, I can do a handstand, I can do a somersault, like, because I just learned how to do it. It's so fun. So anyway, that's not a good way to teach your children. Like, it's going to give them a lifelong fear of swimming and being underwater, because it really sucked, like, being afraid of that until recently. So yeah, don't teach your kids to swim that way. Just do it like nice and slow and let them figure it out. Okay, last question. How is the world now different from how it was when you were a child? Definitely in the ways of technology. There wasn't really internet, although we had internet before a lot of people because my dad was a computer guy. So like before everyone had internet in their homes, we kind of had it. Everyone has their cell phones now, and yeah, I don't know. It's obviously there's going to be changes because there always are. So yeah, that is it. And now that I'm at the end of my video, I'm going to go back and edit in my videos of me when I was younger, and you know, all that fun stuff that needs to be added that you guys already saw. So thank you guys for watching. If you could leave a video response, this is like one of the longest videos I've ever done. Leave a video response or comment, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching again, and have a great day. Bye.